Good day, viewers. My name is Christian-primax, a proud participant of MMM and a prospective guider in batch 126 Nigeria MMM Guider School. And today I want to talk about MMM ideology. Before I start, let me just give a brief outline of what I will be discussing. First of all, I will be giving a brief introduction. Secondly, I will talk about MMM ideology. Thirdly, I will talk about how MMM works. Then I will move over to the rules of MMM, and lastly, I will be discussing the benefits of MMM with special focus on the growth of MMM, the bonuses attached to MMM, and the programs in MMM. Just like every other average individual, I know you might as well be once or twice caught up with endless rhetorical financial questions like this. Why do rich people get richer and poor people get poorer? You might as well be asking yourself, why am I not rich? Thirdly, you can also be asking questions like, why is it that my finances are not always enough, even after working very, very hard? You work from Monday to Sunday sometimes, you work from morning till evening, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and yet after all this work, after all this stress, it's as if your finances are not always enough. Why is all this? These are rhetorical financial questions that people ask on a daily basis, and all of them are seeking answers. Now, the worst part of the whole thing is this: whenever you even try to complain, whenever you try to ask someone to give you some explanations to these questions, they will always tell you, my brother, this thing is 100% natural. The rich will always get richer, while the poor always just have to get poorer. That's the way the world is organized. But for me, I will say no, that's not true at all. Now, if that is not true, what then is the truth? Now, the truth is that the bank cycle is just what keeps moving round, endlessly and continuously. What do I mean by this? You, as an average worker, as well as Mr. X, who is also a worker, you work from morning to night, toil day and night to make money, and since you can't just keep all the money you've made in your house, you feel, let me take the little I need and then store up the remaining in the bank. Now the bank takes this money, the bank uses this money for several businesses and investments, and all of them yield them returns, they yield them profits. They do not share this profit with you, instead they use it to enrich themselves, and they are still with your money. Now, since you are not the only one who puts in money there, and since everyone who puts in money in the bank will not always come to collect that money, they use the money of Mr. B to pay Mr. A, and use the money of Mr. A to pay Mr. C when he comes for it, and use the money of Mr. D to probably pay you, Mr. A. Now, that's just the logic of the whole thing. At the end, they are always with your money, doing business with your money, making extra profit, while you will just be there. In worst cases, you might finish the one you have, and you will want to go back to this bank to collect some loan. Now they give you this loan, which is still your money, and they charge you a lot of interest. That's an interest that when you finish paying it, you are more or less left with nothing. In some cases, they might even sign collaterals to take your house, to take your car, to take your furnitures, your televisions, and all that. Now, when they keep doing this, they are always enriching themselves and keeping you either the same standard or even lower than you've always been. So that's the reason for all these problems. The world is bad. People are inhuman and unjust, and life is definitely unfair. It can be fair to everyone. So everything just goes well for people who have money, and those who don't have money, they kind of like just remain where they are, or probably go poorer than they've ever been. So what's the sad reality? While the rich people enjoy the luxury of life because they have more money, the poor people who work all their life, who work their ass out just to make sure that they see something to eat. They are always the ones who beg for something to eat. Will this continue forever? Do we have to leave this whole system, this whole financial structure to continue the way it is? Now, my brother, I will tell you, no. The solution has come, and that is why I bring you this good news, MMM. Now, before I start telling you about MMM, let me take some time to tell you what MMM is not, because so many people have heard about MMM and so many people are having a lot of thoughts in their head that this might be what MMM is all about. First of all, you should know that MMM is not a company, it is not a business. Now, MMM is not a bank. No, it can never be a bank. As a matter of fact, they are not happy with the way bank runs the financial system. So MMM is not a Ponzi scheme. It is not a high yield investment program that's a HYIP. MMM has no boss. It has no owner. MMM has no contracts. It doesn't promise you anything, and it doesn't guarantee you anything in the real sense. Now, MMM also has no central accounts. Rather, participants just render help directly to their fellow participants. Now, if these are what MMM is not, what then is MMM? Let me take some time to just give you a brief explanation of what MMM is. First of all, MMM is a self-adjusting community of ordinary people helping each other to succeed. It is an international, free, very free, self-adjusting community. It is all about peer-to-peer exchange of donations that go into a mutual aid for the sole aim of changing the world's financial system. And this it does by building trust between members while offering them free education. Yay! Are you surprised? Yes. Now, MMM demands that participants are kind and just honest to one another. This is to enable us build a better society where everyone together gets comfortable and the world becomes a better place. So it's the hope and the aim and the goal of MMM to change the world with you and me. Now, how does MMM work? This is another question that some people might be asking right now after explaining all these stuffs about MMM. After saying all these good things about MMM, how is this possible? How do they operate? Now, this is a simple pictograph of how MMM works. MMM is all about participants providing help to each other. So now the first participant on the left provides help, which is at the center, and the next participant on the right gets help, which is provided by the participant on the left. Now, the participant on the left, after providing that help, gets 30% reward for the help he has provided to the next participant. So it's just like one participant provides help, another participant provides help, and after a month, the participant who has provided help gets 30% reward, 30% of the amount of help he provided to the other participant. So by so doing, participants keep providing help to each other and keep growing while they are providing help to each other, and by so doing, the world will become a better place. Now, let me give you an example. If you look below, you see a quick example that I've given there, where a participant provides help of 100,000 naira today, for example. He immediately receives 100,000 mavro, which is kind of like the currency of MMM. So the participant who provides the help of 100,000 immediately gets 100,000 mavro in his personal office. Now, after 1 month of providing that help, that participant gets 30% of 100,000 added into his mavro in his personal office. Now, if after 1 month he requests to get help from another participant, he can then ask for a total help of 130,000 naira, which is a combination of his 100,000 naira and his 30,000 naira, which is 30% of 100,000 naira, which also is kind of like his reward for providing help initially. So this is just a brief, quick explanation of how MMM works. Now, what are the rules of MMM? How do MMM ensure that participants are sincere? How do they ensure that everything works perfectly and the community doesn't collapse? Number one, every participant just has to maintain a single account. You open only one account for yourself and not multiple accounts. If you try opening multiple accounts, you are blocked from the system and you are out of the community. Secondly, every participant must respond timely to the task of provide help, which means whenever you provide help to someone or whenever you click to provide help to someone, you will have to make sure that such help, when you are being paired with the person who you have to render the help to, you do it on time. Thirdly, you have to confirm your payments as well as your reception. So each time you provide help to someone, you have to confirm that you have successfully provided the help by uploading receipts and evidence showing that you actually provided the help. Now, on the other hand, the person who received the help is also expected to confirm that he or she has received the help simply by logging into his personal office and accepting the fact that he or she has received that help. Now, fourthly, every participant is fully advised to provide help when they can with their spare money, and also to get help when they need it. So whenever you know you have some spare money that you can, comfortably give out, then you provide help. Spare money, remember, not all your life savings. So you put in your spare money, provide help with your spare money, and whenever you need it urgently, you just click on get help and someone gives you help. Lastly, it is a very big rule in MMM that participants should be honest, they should be very sincere, they should as well be patient. Now, what are some of the benefits of MMM? Some of you are thinking right now, how will I profit from joining this community? The first one is this: in MMM, they have several reward systems, multiple rewards for every help that you provide. Secondly, MMM offers free marketing and managerial trainings, and they as well give out materials when they do this. So whenever you want to enroll for the guider school, you are being trained free. When you want to go for the managerial school, you are also trained free of charge, and materials are given to you free of charge. So you can use the knowledge you get there for your personal marketing as well as business marketing. Now, thirdly, MMM gives you an opportunity to meet and connect with people worldwide. This is a very, very, very huge point. MMM is not only in Nigeria, it is in several countries in the world. So you have the opportunity of connecting with different people in different countries for the sake of making the world a better place. And finally, which is the main point, MMM simply grants you financial freedom. You no longer have to be that person. You no longer have to be that person who asks the question of why do the rich always get richer and the poor always get poorer? Reason being that with MMM, with everyone providing help to everyone, nobody will ever go broke. Now, having discussed the benefits of MMM, let me quickly give you a clue on what are some of the bonuses that you as a participant of MMM is supposed to enjoy. First of all, MMM offers 30% reward bonus, like I explained earlier. When you provide help, after a month you are given 30% reward. Secondly, MMM also gives 10% referral bonus. When you invite someone, if you are an MMM participant and you invite someone, you get 10% of whatever amount the person who you invited decides to provide help with. Thirdly, you also get 5% guiders bonus. Whenever you successfully become a guider, for every participant under you, you get 5% of their contributions to the community. When you are a second level guider, you get 3%. When you are a third level guider, you get 1%. And lastly, MMM also offers 5% bonus for every letter of happiness written. When you have successfully gotten help from someone, you are expected to write a letter of happiness, and after you've done that, you can get up to 5% of the amount of money that you were being helped with. So what are you waiting for? You can see from the image on the right that over 348 people in Nigeria alone have already joined MMM, all growing their money 30% per month. So, are you already a member of MMM? If the answer is no, then I will tell you boldly, rush now, join MMM today, embrace the opportunity for a brighter and a better financial future, and together we can change the world. Thank you very much, and God bless you.